Hi, are we all ready? Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the very first Denver Crown webinar. I believe before we begin, introductions are first in order. I'm Mara from ImagoWorks Business Strategy Team. And to briefly introduce our company, ImagoWorks is an AI medical company that specializes in platform-based innovative dental solutions. We have developed and launched 3D Studio that provides automatic registration of face, 3D dental scan, and CT data. Dentsply Crown that automatically designs crown within 1 minute through AI technology. And Dentsply Cloud that integrates and connects these software. The newly launched Dentsply Crown is ImagoWorks' own dental CAD that has been much improved from the previous version 3D Crown. It's equipped with a more advanced AI crown generation and a modification function to modify the appearance of the crown. Today's webinar will be divided into 3 chapters. First, the main features of Dentsply Crown. Next, the clinical use of Dentsply Crown. And lastly, the Q&A session. Through today's webinar, I hope you will be able to see Dentsply Crown's advanced AI technology. Alright then, let's get going, shall we? In the first part of our webinar, we will talk about the main features of Dentsply Crown. As I've mentioned, along with AI crown generation, a new modification feature has been added. We'll try that out in this session. So this is the screen you would see when you first log in, the dashboard of Dentsply Cloud. Here, first, click New to initiate Dentsply Crown. As soon as you upload the scan data, the AI classifies the upper and lower jaw. Click Design. Then AI detects the abutment, tooth number, and margin line. Okay, so then you can see here that everything has been detected by AI. Then go ahead and generate the crown. After you click Generate Crown, the AI starts designing the crown as it considers the bite, contact, arch form, as well as the overall shape of the tooth. And voila! You can check the shape of the crown from various angles like this. Zoom in, zoom out, turn, rotate. So as you can see, with Dentsply Crown's advanced AI, you can now get a more complete crown design. Let's try some modification now, where you can adjust the AI suggested crown design to your preference. Go to Modification, and here, as you can see, modification has 4 parts. First, in Inner, you can modify the inner side of the crown. Select the manufacturing type and adjust the parameter accordingly. If the abutment lacks the crown retention, it may be increased by removing the blocker, but we'll leave it here as it is for now, and click Apply. You can also change the insertion direction here. Move the model to the desired insertion direction, then click Set Insertion Direction as Current View. Then it's all set for Inner. Second is Transform, where you can translate, rotate, and scale the crown. When you click the crown, a transformation frame appears. You can rotate the crown by dragging the arrow in the direction you want to move. And when you want to scale, drag the scaling point at the corner of the frame. Also, to scale in a certain direction, drag one of the 8 scaling points to the direction you want. To the left corner, to the right, to, upwards, downwards, towards the... Yeah, and if you want to scale symmetrically, drag a scaling point while holding the Shift key. Like this. And when you're done, remember to click Connect Margin to finish applying the transformation. Next, we go to Outer, where you can freely deform the outer surface of the crown. Use the Free Deform tool to freely deform the crown. You can control the brush size and apply it to larger or smaller area, like this, or like this. And I'll just keep showing to you. And then through Add, you can add onto the crown surface. You can see here, add where it's needed on the crown surface after adjusting the brush size and strength. With Remove, you can remove from the crown surface, of course. We'll remove from what we've added before, like this. Using Smooth, the irregular surface of the crown can be smoothed out like this. And Flatten, obviously, you can flatten out the uneven parts of the surface. You know, keep right-clicking to make use of different views to flatten out. You can also add a hook on the crown as a handle and change its position after attaching it. You know, move it to a completely another side. Then lastly, in Adapt, you can adjust the proximal and occlusal distance. Determine the distance you prefer for each. We'll adjust a bit more here, and then take a look from another point of view, and then apply. And then check again from different angles to confirm your preference. Alright, now we're done with modification. Analyze the crown modification. The crown file is saved to the cloud. And then if you click Finish, you'll go back to this screen here where you first uploaded your data, but with the crown file added now. Then from the model tree here, you can set the transparency of each jaw to isolate the crown and check the design of the crown again. Alright, so in addition to the powerful automatic crown design through web-based AI, you can now experience a more complete crown design through Dentbur Crown with a modification function that allows detailed adjustments according to your preference. The second chapter is the clinical use of Dentbur Crown. In this chapter, we will take a look at how Dentbur Crown is actually used. Let's begin. Click New, Dentbur Crown. And so to upload the data, as we already saw in chapter 1, you can drag and drop from your PC. Another option is importing from Medilink if you are a Medit user. Click Import Data from Medilink. Login. Then click Allow for Medilink access permission. Now you will see the Medilink case list. Select the case. Select the upper and lower jaw scan data for design and click Import on the lower right corner. Check the scan data and then move on to designing. Again, AI detecting the abutment, tooth number, and margin line. Then check how the margin line is drawn and generate crown. Alright, let's see here. You can export right away, or as in this case, if you think some modification is necessary, go to modification. Then we'll take care of this red part in outer, as we have done already in chapter 1. See as you fit. To transform, we'll rotate a bit here. And then you can also use hotkey U for upper jaw and adjust as necessary. Also, you can use remove to form clear grooves. And then free deform again. Check the occlusion. And lastly, go to Adapt tab and click Apply to set the occlusal and proximal distance. Then add a hook if it's necessary. Okay, now we're done with the design part. You can go ahead and export and, check the crown file right away. Before you export, you can also go to settings and select the cam option if you are using a milling machine. If you turn on the cam option, the file is optimized for milling software, and an SCI file including the tooth number and margin line is also formed for export. Alright, let's go straight to milling. Import the crown STL file in the milling software. After opening the crown file, place it in an appropriate position. Then the margin line and insertion direction are automatically detected thanks to the STL file. If you use a 3D printer, you can import the crown in the slicing software. Rotate the crown to a side, as you see. Add on a few supporters. And check the slice formed and print. And there it goes. Perfect for chairside and depths. Alright, moving on to the last chapter, the Q&A session. We'll go over some of the questions that were asked. Question number 1. What kind of AI technology does Dentsply Crown use? Well, the best kind. Unlike other dental AI technologies, it's based on CAD technology. It's equipped with not only one, but various CAD-based AI technologies necessary for the dental industry. These include the automatic classification of upper and lower jaw pre-op, automatic detection of abutment, margin line, and tooth number, and the automatic generation of crown, etc. Question number 2. Is the antagonist tooth considered when morphing? Yes. Even in cases where there are no antagonist teeth, AI creates a crown considering the proximal teeth. The AI was trained with cases designed by skilled technicians, so if the scan data is good, it can create a high-quality crown design. The third question: is it possible to copy tooth and/or mirror? Yes, you can copy tooth for cases with pre-op. We are planning to launch mirroring for the anterior parts in March next year. So copying and mirroring is not fully available at the moment. They are easy to implement, but we're focusing more on AI-generated crowns. Do you provide virtual articulator for lateral movement? It was not added because our AI was taught to consider not only adjacent teeth, but also antagonists, cusp facet area, and cusp level. So it designs considering the lateral movement already, but we do plan to add occlusion adjustment for user convenience. Next question: can you add libraries? The existing CADs are not automatic, so users have to select the libraries themselves. DentBird doesn't need any libraries because it uses the optimal crown generated by AI for each case. If you have a particular preference, you can modify the crown directly. We do have a plan to provide customized AI based on preference or a specific library style in the future. Question number 6. Any recommendation for CPU? Minimum dual core for CPU and 16GB for RAM. But for recommendation, octa-core and RAM 32GB. And a stable internet connection would definitely help. But, it runs fine on any laptops in general. Okay, this is the last question for the day. Is it compatible with certain scanners? No, DentBird Crown is an open type CAD, so STL, OBJ, PLY, the scanner model doesn't matter as long as the quality of the scan data is decent. Oh, except for 3Shape, because they use DCM file format, so they must be converted before, uploading to DentBird Crown. Okay, together we have looked at DentBird Crown's main features and its clinical usage, followed by a Q&A session. I'm sure you could see how DentBird Crown is the dental CAD for chairside and labs design automation. So really, take advantage of this free trial period and experience how far, or rather close, AI technology has come. Digital dentistry, right at your fingertips, sir and madam. We would also very much love to hear your feedback, concerns, opinions, thoughts, ideas on DentBird Crown at our Facebook group page. There you can learn tips on how to use DentBird Crown, share your cases, and interact with other users. Please join us at DentBird group page. Hopefully this webinar session has been informative for you. Thank you all so very much for attending the very first DentBird Crown webinar. Rest assured, there will be many more to come. Okay, see you next time. Have a great rest of the day. 고맙습니다.